This is arguably the best phone that I've used this year, the Xiaomi 14 Ultra. Two things stand out for me on this device, the performance and the camera, which we shall talk about. First, the design is unique. It has a round camera setup, a leather body which feels nice and is dust and water resistant. It has a 4K display with Dolby Vision, HDR10+, and has a peak brightness of 3000 nits. And just look at how deep the blacks are and how the colors are on this device, especially when watching content on Netflix. And the sound quality is really amazing. I can't really represent fully on video how amazing it is, but it has high-res audio and supports Dolby Atmos, and it makes the sound experience be immersive, and it makes it appear as if it's coming from all around the phone.
I give you this bread, run me some head, and then go club a bit. She moved out of state, she went left, she's seeking forgiveness.
And of course, for 2024 phone, it has AI features. For example, it has an AI image eraser, and it also uses AI to upscale low quality videos and images, and also upscale HDR content. So now to my favorite part, the camera. It has 4 lenses with 6 different focal lengths. The main camera is 50 megapixel with a 1-inch sensor, and this allows for better low light photography and better dynamic range. There's a 50 megapixel telephoto lens, a 50 megapixel ultra wide lens, and a 50 megapixel periscope lens with a focal length of 120 millimeters. Here are some of the portraits I have taken at different focal lengths. They are really impressive. They are also pretty good in low light, but the images are a bit soft on the skin. The picture quality is amazing for normal pictures, and here are some of the pictures I've taken. It has a natural bokeh, so you also don't need portrait mode most of the time. Here are some of the night photos that I took, and they're pretty nice. And for the selfie night photos, yes, they are vivid and look good, but not really the best quality. You can also zoom up to 120 times. Just look at the original image and how far I zoomed in on this photo, and I was surprised at how the image quality of the 120x image turned out. And just for comparison, here's the same photo taken on the S23 Ultra, and you can see the difference is pretty big. It also has a super moon mode, and it takes amazing photos of the moon, as you can see. Really impressive. In terms of video, the most impressive thing to me before you even move forward is the slow-mo. It can record slow-mo at 10, 18, 19, 20 FPS. I have never really had anything like that. And just look at how good this slow-mo video is. Anyway, in normal video, you can record videos at 4K 120 FPS with HDR support up to 30 FPS. It also records 8K, but I don't really think many people use 8K. In terms of performance, this is a beast. It is powered by this year's flagship, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, and it performs very well. And the phone feels so smooth and fast. Starting with the fingerprint sensor, it is so fast. It refreshes at 120Hz, and it is the smoothest experience I've ever experienced on a smartphone. And I think the new HyperOS from Xiaomi contributes a lot to that, because it brought on smoother animations. I tested the gaming, and I mainly play PUBG, and I was playing at Ultra HDR with the highest frame rate possible, and when playing I was getting about 60 FPS. That is impressive. First of all, the graphics look so good, especially because of the good display, and I also didn't experience any lag. The gameplay was playable. And just for context, my gaming phone, which is this one, which is the Infinix GT20 Pro, on those specific settings, I usually average about 30 FPS, and the gameplay is not playable. And so obviously, if you want to experience the full on 20 FPS, you can just lower the graphic settings. Battery life is also great, and one thing I like about it is that when the phone is idle, it doesn't really lose a lot of power like most phones do. And it also charges very fast, because in the box it comes with a 90 watts power brick, and that charges this phone to 100% in about 33 minutes. That is impressive. And apart from that, it also supports wireless charging at 80 watts. So that's the Xiaomi 14 Ultra, and right now in Kenya, Xiaomi is not really selling them directly, but I've seen some resellers selling it at around 155,000. It's expensive, but this phone is really good. So I won't have much time with this device as I am returning it, but I wish I had more time with it. One thing I wish is that it had support for eSIM. And during my testing, that hindered me from putting my SIM card here because I use an eSIM, and I wasn't really able to transfer that here. So hopefully with the next one, they're able to put an eSIM here. Otherwise, comment what you think about this device. Subscribe for more content like this, and be sure to follow for more reviews.